Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God, keep His commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. Amen. It's been Yehuda, man. High levels, bro, high as could be. Word to Rastafari, there's a holler in me. Every morning when I wake up, spend time on my knees. No sneezing necessary, the blessings received. Who lesser than me? Not a soul. We all got it and passed on it like common codes. I got tired of blowing it like a snotty nose. When will He return? Nobody knows. So I plant my seeds daily and water the field. There's a lot of people out here ignoring He real. Putting money before Him wasn't part of the deal. So I was being popular for a part of His meal. Feed me, Ezekiel, no Elliot. Heaven sent in the world full of these Hellenists. These Greek lovers, these genociders, these terrorists. The book's burning, give us another Exodus. I wanna see my people prosper.
You know, we have ones that's a Rastafari, live in the city, Kingston City, Manhattan,
Yeah.
like I, you know. We live amongst our universal brothers and sisters, and Rastafari is for each and every one. So it's not this weird thing where you have to live in the forest, no. But you have ones that live in the forest, and they hold an order for the ones like I and I who can come in now and hold our meds and come to these places and remove ourselves from that type of way and still come find our brothers in the midst of the jungle as well as in the city.
Exactly.
So it's a brotherhood throughout universe.
Yeah,
iPhones included, cameras included, cars included, planes,
everything, man.
palace,
Yes, man.
huts,
Yes, man.
rivers, ocean, the whole thing. Huh?
Yeah, and the thing about it too as well is that Rastafari is not a cult. Yes?
No.
So we're not looking for more followers to say, hey, everyone have to come and be Rastafari. No, we're looking at people and their heart.
We are all about love.
And alright, if this one doesn't rock your world or really take you aback in this sense, I really don't know what will. But here from the USA Today, as of August 7, 2019, entitled here, Amnesty International issues warning about travel to the U.S. amid high levels of gun violence. When's the last time you heard that? Nonetheless, we've done similar reports like this on many third world countries and many other countries that have been tossed into turmoil. But here as of 2019, a new day has dawned. So here, furthering on in the reading, Amnesty International issued a global warning to those traveling to the United States after violence left 31 people dead in 2 mass shootings last weekend. The travel advisor issued Wednesday afternoon calls for visitors to exercise caution and have an emergency contingency plan when traveling throughout the U.S. It warns travelers to remain vigilant at all times and to avoid places where large groups congregate, including places of worship, schools, or nightclubs, all locations that have been targeted recently. Depending on the traveler's gender, identity, race, country of origin, ethnic background, or sexual orientation, they may be at a higher risk of being targeted with gun violence and should plan accordingly, the advisory adds. The human rights groups issued the travel warning in midst of high levels of gun violence, which Amnesty International referred to as a human rights crisis. Foreign countries have taken similar actions to protect their citizens by issuing warnings to travelers who have plans or are currently visiting America. The Venezuelan government issued a statement urging its citizens to postpone trips to the U.S. after recent acts of violence. The news release advises that Venezuelans stay away from cities that have the most violence, citing a 2019 Forbes article that lists the most dangerous cities in the U.S. These cities were Cleveland, Ohio, Detroit, Michigan, Baltimore, Maryland, St. Louis, Missouri, Oakland, California, Memphis, Tennessee, Birmingham, Alabama, Atlanta, Georgia, Stockton, California, and Buffalo, New York. Also in Latin America, the Uruguayan government issued a similar release that urges its citizens to take precautions when visiting the U.S. because of its increasing indiscriminate violence and hate crimes fueled by racism and discrimination that cost the lives of more than 250 people in the first 7 months of this year. The Uruguayan notice specifically advises to avoid places that have large concentrations of people, such as theme parks, malls, art festivals, religious activities, food festivals, sports events, and mass protests. The alerts from the two Latin American countries come after it was discovered that the El Paso shooting suspect, 21-year-old Patrick Crucius, had posted a manifesto to an online message board saying that the massacre was in response to an invasion of Hispanics across the southern border. The Japanese consul in Detroit published an alert Sunday that said Japanese citizens should be aware of potential for gunfire everywhere in the U.S., which they described as a gun society, according to the Los Angeles Times. The Times reported that other countries have issued travel warnings in the past because of gun violence in the U.S., such as France, New Zealand, and Germany. The attacks over the weekend occurred 1,300 miles apart at a packed shopping center in El Paso, Texas, and a popular nightlife complex in Dayton, Ohio. The El Paso and Dayton killings have contributed to 2019 to being an especially deadly year for mass killings in the U.S.
Maybe my sovereignty will still be mine. If all the gangs in the world unify, we stand a chance against the military tonight.